we've got something exciting happening. I guess it's across the globe, technically. Yes.
Yes, it
We
is.
have got a solar eclipse happening, but you, as an optometrist and other eye specialists out there, are going, oh my goodness, this is terrifying.
It is.
Yes, it's an exciting time, but as an optometrist, what are you thinking when it comes to the solar eclipse?
I mean, it's the biggest fear, of course, is solar retinopathy. So our biggest scare is that people are going to look up at the eclipse and be staring at the sun, which you normally wouldn't do, just because just human nature. You look up, it's too bright, and I'm like, I'm going to look down. But especially with the solar eclipse, because it takes the lighting down, and even with the partial eclipse, you'll probably see it'll look different, and you'll be like, whoa, what is that? And then you end up staring at it too long, even for seconds, it could be too long. And I think it's maybe 3 minutes. I think I could be wrong on that. But again, it's like watching something that you should turn your head away, and you keep looking. And the problem with the solar retinopathy that there's concerns with is there's no actual symptoms. It's not like you feel your eyes being burned. It's not like when you sort of think as when you were a kid and you played with a magnifying glass and you could like literally see when you take the rays and sort of focus it on something, you could literally see it burning the hole. But when it's visual, you don't actually see anything until it's actually gone, right? So the symptoms people come out of it with is that they might notice a blind spot all of a sudden, blurry vision, distorted vision, sore eyes, red eyes, things that don't happen right when you're doing it and sort of comes up afterwards.
So, as it is an exciting event, and people are going to want to watch this. They're even if you're
Yeah.
like, whatever, it's just solar eclipse. At the end of the day, everyone's going to want to kind of stare at it. What advice then do you have as an optometrist to prevent this from happening?
Well, basically, you don't want to be looking at it unless you're actually wearing the proper glasses. There's like special sort of filters. Can you see that in here? Um, these
Hmm.
ones, this is what you can get. The Manitoba Museum is selling something similar to these. I believe if they still have any in stock, they're still selling them. Um, and yeah, you want to be wearing these, and you want to put them on before you look up. So you put them on and then look up at the sun, and then look back down before you take them off. It's very key. Um, and so, yes, if you have children going to watch it or anything like that, it's a matter of making sure that you protect your eyes. Sunglasses do not get dark enough to actually filter the light properly.
So, with those glasses, are you able then to watch the entire event and continually
Yeah.
stare at it, or is this something where it's like look up and then still look away?
You can actually look at it for because it's filtering your eyes now.
I'm hearing of some schools actually not allowing kids out for recess on Monday. Is this
Yeah.
something you would recommend?
Um, Here's the thing. I mean, if you try to tell your kids not to look at something, I have children too. They will be a tendency that they're going to want to look up. There's too many kids um, for the teachers to monitor. I So unless the teachers have it already in place, um, or the children are mature enough, I would go with the gut instincts of the schools. I believe if the parents really want their kids to watch it and the schools aren't doing it, you would want to take your child out of school and monitor them and make sure they're doing it properly. Because again, like I said, you want to make sure they put the glasses on before they look up, and then look back down when we take them off. And there's too much of a concern, I believe, with many of the schools that the kids are going to want it, even if they have the glasses, they're going to take it off because they want to see the difference. And as I said, that's just, I think some schools don't want to take that risk on, so they don't blame them.
One last question. So, if there is someone out there and they unfortunately do look at it and they experience this damage, like you said, maybe a blind spot or something else that doesn't feel right,
Mhm.
what's the next step from there?
They want to see their optometrist or go to urgent care, assuming that they don't have an ophthalmologist. If they don't have anyone, you can go to mb.optometrist optometrist.mb.ca to find an optometrist near them. Fortunately, it is during the day. So after the last eclipse that we had here in 2017, we did get a few visits to the office after the eclipse was over. And same thing will happen this time. It's during the day. So if in doubt, call your optometrist, and you'll get seen.
And like you said, just be safe and use the right eyewear if you do choose to view it.
Exactly. Yes. and also be cautious of where you're buying it from, because I noticed this time around there's a lot of ones online, and they look good. I just don't know if I would trust. I don't know how to. I don't know how you would know if you can trust them until you know, and I don't know if that's worth the risk.
But we know the Manitoba Museum ones are safe, so let's go with those if there were any left.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem.